Hi, kindergarten, first and second grade leaders. We're preparing for December 3rd. And before we get started, I just want to thank you guys for such an amazing year of ministry with kids. We've seen many kids get baptized. The last time we hosted a baptism, we had about 15 kids get baptized. Families are connecting and coming back, and all of that is because you guys are creating small groups where kids are excited to come and be a part of children's ministry at Parkway Church. So thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for loving kids. Thank you for helping me every time it's needed, and really I'm just excited to celebrate Christmas with you guys. This year we're going to focus on this big idea called the Big Give, and one thing that I'd love to challenge you on is, what have you thought about what made you fall in love with Jesus for the very first time? If you haven't thought about that for a while, if you're feeling overwhelmed with life, join the club. But also, I want to challenge you to spend some time either with the V-text that we're sending out through Parkway Church, find a Christmas devotional to follow and celebrate Jesus through that time, or even just through the study we're teaching the kids this month. We're going to really encourage them to think about this word generosity and what that means to them. So I encourage you to spend some time throughout this Christmas season rejuvenating yourself so that you can remember why you do all that you do in so many ways. All right, so for this week, we have a large Christmas tree put together in Kid Theater, and we're hoping that the kids can help us finish decorating it. We have some decorations on there, but I would love to fill it up. And so each week you guys are going to decorate some ornaments when you first come in. If you don't have kids that really love decorating ornaments, most of them are really easy to do, and it's a good way to talk about Christmas and the things coming up through the Christmas season, but also about generosity. Is that sometimes we have to do things we don't like to do, even so that we can be generous. And so that's something really good to emphasize with your kids this month. This week, your ornaments are a little gingerbread man and a little stocking, and then you'll have some stickers there on the table that they can decorate their stocking and their gingerbread man with. I'd love for them to put it on the Christmas tree. If that seems to be too hard for some of the kids, they are welcome to take it home. I'll provide you with a Sharpie so that you can write their name on the back of it. I encourage you to write the name on the back of it anyway, because when it's all over, if they'd like to come back and get their ornaments, they're welcome to. If not, we're going to try to save as many as we can and put them up next year in several different areas. So that will be your social activity for the month. No coloring sheets this month, just making Christmas ornaments and finding ways that you can talk about Christmas together. Then we'll do large group. Our large group story this week is the parable of the rich man. And what happens in this story is there's a man in the crowd when Jesus is teaching, which happens a lot, and he yells out, "Hey, Jesus, teacher, would you tell my brother to share my part of the inheritance with me?" And Jesus kind of steps back a minute and he says, let's refocus that and let's think about what's really important. And what he tells him is, this is what I'll do. Oh, and then he tells him, the ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, what shall I do? I have no place to store my crops. And so the man builds large barns to store all his stuff in. And then Jesus tells him, but God said to him, you fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God. In other words, we want kids to understand that our relationship with God is our very most important thing. And we're going to have a large package wrapped in all of the environments. And with this excitement around Christmas, we want for them to get excited about what could be the biggest, greatest gift we could ever receive. And we'll reveal that on December 24th. All right, then you'll move to your small group times. In small groups this week, you have supplies, and small group leaders, you can thank me now, but I know the kids really love it. You'll have supplies for them to play with some Play-Doh. So a big ball of Play-Doh, a small ball for each kid, and then a very limited amount of supplies. And that's on purpose, because the activity that you're supposed to do with the kids is encouraging them to share with each other or find ways that they can help each other do whatever they wanted to create with their Play-Doh. Since we're getting ready for Christmas, you have Christmas cookie cutters in there, so maybe you can pretend that you're making Christmas cookies and you need everybody's help to do that. Or maybe you're making a gingerbread house and you're trying to figure out who's going to build what to build the gingerbread house. Maybe your Play-Doh won't stand up, but do your best and try to encourage kids to play along with you and find ways that they can share and work together, because that's a really good way to show generosity. Your memory verse activity is a fun activity. You may have played it in a large group game. You'll have a roll of ribbon in your bag, and this ribbon will get used every week. So don't worry if it's a big tangled mess. It'll get pulled out for the next time, and just make sure you put it back in your bag so that we can reuse it for the rest of the month. What you're supposed to do is encourage kids to hold one side or hold the ball, and then they're going to pinch a piece of the ribbon. And when they pinch a piece of the ribbon, they're going to throw the ball across the circle. If you decide to build a circle, if you wanted to build a Christmas tree, you can build a Christmas tree. You can make it any shape you want to. This will be the same activity for the whole month, so maybe you want to do something different every week, or maybe you want to do the same thing so that the kids are beginning to figure it out. As they throw the ball, they're supposed to say one word from the memory verse. And so that'll be a fun activity for the month. Then your last prayer activity, you each have a box. And I went easy on this time. I didn't wrap them all. But the activity still works. What you're supposed to do is open the box and share two exactly same things out of the box per kid. And what each kid is supposed to do is keep one for themselves and find a way that they could share the other one with someone else. And maybe you want to pray for that someone else during your prayer time. I hope that you guys are enjoying the start of Christmas season. It seems like it came really quick, but I'm excited and happy that we get to celebrate with a leader party this afternoon. I hope you guys are there to join us and share your chili and dessert recipes. My house smells like chili, and I'm excited to see you guys soon. We'll see you. Have a great night.